Alright. So, this is my 99 Jeep Cherokee that I did a video on when I first got it, I think. And I've been meaning to do videos on it, of building it. But I always forget, and I'm just not used to videoing, picking up a camera and talking and crap. So, I've done a lot to it. I think I did a video on a snorkel. I'm not sure. But, this thing had a lot of problems when I got it. I paid $1,200 for it. The guy said it sat for 8 months and all that needed was a driver's side brake line. And it had depth wobble at like 40 to 50. So I put new steering in it. It's just some factory replacement for now until I can get some one-ton stuff. So brake fixed. I did the line and the hose because they're so rusted together they wouldn't come apart. So I did that and the steering. And it's had more problems. And that's the only thing he said it needed. It wouldn't stay running. It would start to warm up, get warm, and then bog down and shut off. So I did spark plugs, wires, ignition coil. The ignition coil was pretty cracked, so I thought it was that. After that, didn't fix it. So then I thought about injector heat soak. So I put in some 12-hole injectors because I was going to upgrade them anyways. And it fixed it, but then it started doing it again. Also, he said the neutral safety switch was bad, and that's replaced. Kept doing it again, and found my fuel pump wiring was kind of chewed on, so I fixed that, and it hasn't done it since. So far it's been running fine. I don't know if you see in the beginning of the video, it kind of takes a little bit to start for some reason. I had sealed up the ECU. It looks crappy, but I sealed it so it doesn't get full of water and die. So keep it from hopefully keep it from get water in it. It does look kind of crappy, but I don't know why it's doing that. But I done the snorkel. When I first did the snorkel, I had the stock airbox in it. I wanted to upgrade it, so I put this Spectre inline filter from Amazon. And before, with the stock airbox, you had to like put your ear up against the snorkel to be able to hear it sucking in air. With this, I can stand in the front of the Jeep and hear it. I had to, the stock elbow piece, I had to cut it where that little plastic clamp went. I had to cut that for it to fit on there. The snorkel piece fit right on. I had to replace power steering lines, painted my valve cover, kind of made it look worn, I guess. Put a clap sticker on it. Put this little filter on there for the breather. I did the Jeep cables, positive and ground upgrade. So I picked the 2 gauge. And it comes with these fuses. There's a 150 in it right now. Also comes with a 200. So when I start adding lights and a winch, I'll switch it to the 200. Injectors. Let's see if I can. Right there, gray. I did those. I did a BBK 62mm throttle body. Some truck light headlights. Things are stupid bright. They're like having a light bar on the front of your Jeep. I just recently did the smoked marker lights. I think if you've seen the video of me getting this, it had a big front bumper that the previous owner made. I took that off. Actually, I was selling this at one point. I got frustrated with it because it didn't pass inspection and stuff. I put a lot of money into it when I got it. So I put it up for sale. Someone wanted it, but the title is taking too long to come in. And then after just playing with it a little bit, I decided to keep it again. And I guess Facebook didn't delete my post of selling this. So someone messaged me, I was like, "What'd you sell the front bumper?" And I was like, "Well, I don't really like the look of it, so sure." So I traded him for the stock bumper plus $100 for that bumper. So now I got a stock one for now. Painted it black, it was silver. I'm gonna get the rough country bumper. What else? I wanna delete the AC. It's not hooked up and I don't use AC. There's motor from that Jeep out there. That was my first ever vehicle. There's also a 99 Cherokee. So I made the doors removable. So I don't know if you can see. But there's these pins you can buy, but they're like $60. Instead of spending that, I just took some bolts, took the bushings out, and the bolts just big enough to fit through the holes of the the mounts. So I just got bolts in it for now, and then I'm gonna probably make my own pins eventually. And here, this radio was from my other Jeep. Got a steering wheel cover on it. So the headliner I just did real quick. It's kind of falling in some spots. But, yeah. Savage Garage air freshener. There's the headliner. I got some kicker speakers in it. With the all my stickers. Hoonigan, Winchworks, Enthusiast, K suspension. That's where I got my injectors. Jeep cables, where I got the positive and negative upgrade. Ouch. So here's the sub. It's a 10-inch. The amp is right there. It's also a kicker. Over here I got a little tool bag with some tools. Here's the mirrors for when I take the doors off. This is the passenger side one. These are for a Wrangler. So I had to kind of put these in the vise and pinch it for it to fit around the body fender. And this one, I had to make some brackets for it to, this is the driver's side, for it to fit around the snorkel. My stove. Ouch. guess I'll show you an exhaust. So it's clamped right there, so I can take this off. Got a 12-inch tray ball glass pack, the Flowmaster High Flow Cat. It's clamped up front there to the stock part, right there, because this was just temporary. Hopefully soon I'll be moving back to South Carolina, so this will be coming off, and I'll be deleting the kit, doing a full exhaust, doing a header, placing that stock piece right there, doing catless. I may keep that or go with a Black Widow muffler. Probably will do that, and might probably just dump it right in front of the axle or go out the back again. But, see, what else? I don't know if I said in the original video, I was told it's a 3-inch lift, which I'm pretty sure it is. I think it's from Zone. It's got 31s. Goodyear Wrangler Authorities. These are pretty decent tires, I guess. So, the story was, the guy I got it from, he bought this from his friend's daughter. She was needing money, and they asked if he wanted it, and he wasn't looking for anything, but he was like, I guess it would be a cool project for him and his son, so he bought it. Never really did anything with it, just drove it through the fields, kind of beat the crap out of it, and then he put it up for sale, because it was just sitting there. And the original, his friends and daughter did all the work to this, and they didn't do a very good job, I can say that. Because they did a head. I think a shop did it. I'm hoping they didn't do it. A new radiator, a new AC condenser, but it's not even hooked up. I don't know what the point of that was. Which I guess is fine for me, because I don't ever use AC. So I'm going to be taking this off, making brackets to move the alternator up here, get it away from the bottom. And that's also a thing, I put a new alternator on it. And move the alternator up here, get it away from all the mud and water that comes up from the bottom. And then they also, the wiring for the radio was all messed up. Still having problems with it, trying to chase wires. There's just a bunch of stuff that they did that wasn't very well. Oh, let's see if I can. I think I gotta start it. Also, the key comes out when it's running. Fine. Put rock lights on it. Also, the remote for my amp, I made this ashtray panel, put it in here. These screws are temporary until I can get some nicer hardware. But that'll be there until I start adding lights and stuff, and I'm gonna get the Rough Country, is it ML6 controller thing where you hook all your lights up to it. And then it has switches in here. But, yeah, I put some rock lights on it for, off-roading at night, so I can kind of see where the tires are and stuff like that. Next, once I had it on the road, and the first day my plates came in, I took it off-roading. So this thing was covered in mud. And I took it into the shop. It needs a O2 sensor bung welded in and an O2 sensor. I didn't even think of it because they didn't have one on there. So I didn't think about putting one in. I forgot about it. So I'm just going to the shop to do it because I don't feel like doing it. That and the check engine light is on for that, and the neutral safety switch, which I replaced. I'm just thinking it might need to be driven. So once it goes back on the road, I'm going to be doing videos of, well, trying to, if I can remember, doing videos, taking it off-roading, finding places to go off-roading. Probably driving on some seasonal roads, stuff like that. Also, this is from this washer bottle is from a Grand Cherokee, because it doing this snorkel washer bottle in here didn't work, didn't fit. I could have brought it through here and that way, but I didn't really want it like that. I wanted it to come down and up through here. So I actually have a zip tie going from the bottom of the fender to here, holding it back because it would fall out. It's still kind of muddy. I had to wash it to take it in the shop, just so that the guys didn't have to deal with all the mud. But so what I'll probably do next is switch all these lights to LEDs, all the rear lights LEDs, put LED interior lights. I'm going to put a light bar on the roof. I had one on that Jeep, but I gave it to one of my buddies. And do that. I also want to get some new wheels and tires. I do eventually want to do a 4.5-inch lift. Get it a little bit higher. And 33s. And eventually do full width axles. Also rough country front and rear bumpers. Thinking about doing some custom side-by-side seats, but this is my daily and I don't know how comfortable that would be every day. So I don't know if I'll do that quite yet, but I want to make a roof rack, a full width roof rack for it. Let's see. What else? I'm really thinking about doing a turbo on this. So I don't know if you heard starting it up the first time. The lifters are pretty noisy in this thing. They do quiet down a little bit, but they're still noisy. I also have diesel fuel and diesel oil with zinc in it in here. People said it would quiet it down, but it hasn't. So there's the spark plugs, wires. So they're pretty noisy. So when I do a turbo, I like to do a cam. Get the head ported. Actually, I might do the Edelbrock head. Get the intake ported. Yeah, turbo it. I'm just gonna buy like a cheap kit off of Amazon at first, and then slowly like do a Mishimoto intercooler, do a Garrett turbo, like a tile, blow off valve and wastegate. So pretty much the only thing that would be left of the Amazon kit would be like the piping and some of the lines and stuff, which I'll probably upgrade those too eventually. I also want to do the Mishimoto radiator with electric fans. I guess if I turbo it, I'll probably do the exhaust out the side or out the hood. So I'll be in South Carolina. There's not, like up here in New York, not all these emissions and crap. Down there you can do whatever you want. But I think that is it. Yeah, I think since this AC condenser isn't hooked up and I want to delete the AC, once I take that out, I think the intercooler might be able to fit behind here with like minimal trimming. I'm hoping. If not, I don't mind cutting this grill. It's already cracked all over the place. Cracked there. And it's cracked there. And I think it would be cool seeing an intercooler sticking out. But yeah, I get a lot of crap for buying expensive truck light headlights because a lot of the Cherokee guys are cheap people, I guess. I don't really like buying cheap stuff because I've had experience with cheap stuff and it doesn't work very well. It doesn't last long. I like to make sure stuff is nice, it'll last long, make sure it's built right. I say that when I want to get an eBay turbo kit. But yeah, I think that's it. I don't really know of anything else. I eventually want to get rid of these stock hood latches and do some hood pins or something. I'm surprised those haven't gone out yet. I think they almost did one day. I couldn't shut my hood. I finally got it to shut. Well, on that Jeep I have hood pins because those hood latches were bad. Let's see. Yeah, I'm thinking this motor, the head, I had 2 valves leaking. So I don't know if I should just scrap that head or just get some work done to it. I don't know. I probably want to do the Edelbrock head on it, but I want to do a stroker with that engine. Possibly put it in here with the turbo. I think that would be kind of cool. Thinking either turbo kit or a 5.3 out of a Chevy. That's what I really want to do, but I think turbo would be pretty cool. Something a little bit different. I mean, people still turbo these, but a lot of people do the LS swaps. I've also thought about buying these Jeeps that's got like a blown motor or something that still has a good title, and putting different engines in them and swapping them and selling them. I don't know, that'd be kind of a cool thing, I guess. Is it urban time? I think that'd be pretty cool. Do some V8 stuff, maybe some Honda engine, Nissan. I think that'd be cool. But yeah, hopefully soon I'll have some off-roading vehicles, or some off-roading videos of it. Probably won't be like anything real technical, because I don't think there's anything like that around here. I'd have to go to Pennsylvania to Roush Creek. But it'd be like some roads, farm roads. There's one that I go to that I took this the first time that gets pretty muddy. There's a lot of seasonal roads around here. Some are maintained pretty well, and I've had people say some are good and then they just turn into like a off-roading trail. It's crazy. But I have some videos doing that. So, see you in the next one.